Hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to the show. My name is Raj Sahu, the presenter. I will be, and in fact I am today, starting a series of 1 minute or the shorts or 2 or 3 minute videos telling you about a major deception point of this fake apostle Paul and providing you a link which will take you to a bigger, longer video which will give you more information. But in short, you should know what happened. So please do subscribe if you are not aware of my videos which underscore or expose the deceptions of this fake apostle Paul, the Antichrist Paul. So he was the Antichrist, by the way, and that's why it's important to see these shorter videos which will take you to longer videos, but this will give you the gist, the very substance, essence of those videos, so you know what has happened and what needs to be done to expose this false apostle. I want you to join us. There are few of us, few hundreds, few tens, few twenties, I don't know. There's just handful of us fighting, contending hard for the Lord, so that, what is the purpose? So that Jesus' words may be taught in the churches. Christ's the words are seldom taught because they expose the false apostle. Nobody exposed the false apostle Paul more than Jesus. Okay, keeping that in mind, so I keep this really short. Let us today start with Ananias. All right. Now, Ananias plays a major role in identifying Paul, or testifying would be a better word for Paul, that he is legit, and I saw scales fall off his eyes. He's an eyewitness, and based on this kind of eyewitnesses, we have accepted Paul as a legit apostle. Did you know? None of the apostles ever called Paul an apostle. I bet you didn't know. Then search the Bible. Did you know the word grace, saved by grace through faith, as was never uttered, the grace itself by Jesus anywhere in the Bible according to any of the major translations. So why didn't the Savior teach us saved by grace if we are saved actually by grace, justified by faith? Why didn't Jesus teach us the word grace, or even utter it, or show me where it is? In one of the major versions, New King James, New American Standard, Berean, Hoffman, Holman, whoever. Tell me, NIV, not one, because he didn't. So guys, today we'll talk a little bit of Ananias. Who's this Ananias? Who has testified for Paul that I saw Paul? Scales come off his eyes. Based on people like this Ananias, we have accepted Paul, but nobody investigated who's this Ananias. I was a notary public in California in the legal department. Unless if somebody doesn't have an ID, we have to have credible witnesses. We search for or we demand their identification, and we examine and note it down, and once we are convinced, we go ahead. Otherwise we don't accept. So you have to be a credible witness. Is Ananias a credible witness, guys? Who's this Ananias? Do you know? Nobody knows about this Ananias except one man. Paul. Wily Paulie, I call him. He's very wild. He was a sidekick, according to my due diligence, of years and years. 2017 till today, I don't waste a day. I've worked very hard to expose this Paul. I've got hundreds, probably 300 videos. Check them out. Some of them are just, they'll blow your mind away. How deep was the deception of this deceiver? Beware of the yeast of the Pharisees. Jesus had thundered, declared, and warned. But did we? No. This was the chief of the Pharisees, one of the top chasers, like the most belligerent, brutal of them all. So, question is, who is this Ananias? We don't know, guys. This is the answer. We don't know. Who testifies for Ananias? Paul. That is a respected Jew from Damascus. But nobody knows nothing else about this Ananias. He comes and identifies Paul like he's trying to buttress, support, strengthen Paul's deception that I saw a vision, this scales came. There is no known names like Peter or Andrew or Thomas or John. Nobody is there, nobody knows. We have to now rely on an unknown, mysterious man called Ananias. You do the due diligence, guys. You do the research. And once he says, I saw scales, that's also a clue from whose eyes do the scales come off. A reptile, namely a snake. Paul was calling himself a snake. Paul called himself a lot of things. He was throwing clues. Catch me, catch me. Catch me, catch me. I'm a fake. I'm not the real deal. Anyway, Ananias says scales fell off his eyes, and that's one of the reasons we think, oh, Jesus appeared, he got blinded, scales came off his eyes. Ananias was, but who is Ananias? Court will never allow any kind of witness like this, do you know? Who nobody knows except the one he's trying to defend. Paul, who's this Ananias? We don't know anything, only Paul seems to know. And once he does his job, he vanishes into the blue, into thin air. He doesn't play any part in the future. His job was to get Paul in. Infiltrate is the word, into church, so that he can teach his devil's doctrine of deception. D. Saved by grace, through faith, and not by works. No obedience needed. Nothing is needed. Just simple believe and go to heaven. Here's your ticket, visa, you're done. Ananias played a part. Now it's up to you. What you want to do with this. I will be providing a link to the whole story of Ananias. I'm not going to leave you like this. I'll give you a lot of information, but not in this video. In the link, guys, click on it and study it. That's a well-researched video. I'll be giving you well-researched but longer videos. Obviously, it takes time to explain what happened. Ananias was as involved as Paul. He was a sidekick. Typically, these moles who infiltrate, they always work with 2 or 3 unknown, like camouflaged, sneakily they enter. We don't know. Why didn't you ask? I'm asking you, viewer. Who's this Ananias? This would have been enough to nail this Ananias, who was part of this diabolical deception of infiltrating first, getting Paul accepted. Let's talk about Luke after a while. Thank you guys for seeing my video, watching it, viewing my video. Please do click on the link and watch the more detailed, informative video, which is obviously longer. Who's this Ananias? It will boggle your mind, I assure you. Thank you guys, and God bless you all. Bye for now.